Faced with the strangest facts about Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla had a mysterious and weird character that placed him on the border between a creative genius and a crazy scientist, but some still remember him as the real father of electricity. He is one of the most oppressed scientists in human history. Whether you call him a genius or a completely crazy person, you can't deny his unique creative and imaginative mind. He came up with thousands of different ideas in his time, many of which were impractical or very dangerous. He is one of the most lasting faces in the world of science, who was born on July 10, 1856. He is the inventor, physicist, engineer, and one of the pioneers of electrical engineering discoveries. He is celebrated as a national hero in at least 3 countries: Croatia, Serbia, and the United States. Perhaps the best prediction about him was that he was born in the middle of the night in a thunderstorm. Subscribe our YouTube channel to watch the rest of this video and more. The mama thought it was a bad sign and he would be a sinister child, but Tesla's mother said he would be the child of light. Nikola Tesla first entered the United States in 1884 and became an official citizen on July 30, 1891. He first lived in New York for a time, during which time he worked as an engineer for Thomas Edison. Edison offered him a sum of money to reward the direct current project reform, but when Tesla showed Edison the reform and asked for a reward, Edison didn't accept it, so he left Edison. In addition, Edison declined to accept Tesla's views on AC power, saying he considered direct current to be superior to AC. Tesla was a rival to Thomas Edison in the late 19th century. In fact, he was better known in 1890 than Edison because he invented the multi-phase electric current source. Tesla slept very little, so much so that he said he has never slept for more than 2 hours. Tesla once admitted to working non-stop for 84 hours without a break, said John O'Neill, author of the biography of Nikola. In his book, he writes, Tesla's constant hobby was going round in New York's parks, rescuing pigeons, and caring for hurtbirds. Tesla was a vegetarian who limited himself to a special diet, including milk, honey, bread, and vegetable juices, said Mark Seifer, another author of Nikola Tesla's life. According to Mark Seifer, the great inventor used to exercise his toes and did it 100 times each night for each of his feet, because he believed that exercising the toes stimulated the brain cells. The mad scientist is a nickname that Tesla is known for. He suffered from disorders known today as obsessive-compulsive disorder. He was interested in the number 3 and hated jewelry, round objects, and touching her hair. He hated pearls in such a way that he did not talk to the women who used them as an ornament, and once sent his assistant home because of using pearl jewelry. After a deadly period of cholera as a teenager, he became obsessed with germs. He cleaned everything up and followed a very strict personal hygiene routine. For example, during dinner, he always wore white gloves and used 18 napkins to clean the living room. He was an amazing and of course mysterious man. He lived alone all his life and never married. Many aspects of his life are still unknown. For example, he states somewhere, if one day you realize the importance of number 3, 6, and 9, you would be able to hold the key to the universe. Tesla, best known for its AC power, has 112 patent licenses from the United States. Although the great inventor was very rich, he devoted all his money to scientific research and passed away on January 7, 1943, in poverty and anonymity. He has recorded more than 300 inventions during his lifetime, many of which we use in our daily lives without knowing about the creator of these extraordinary effects. Tesla and his extraordinary ideas were so far beyond time and futuristic that many of surviving manuscripts are still difficult to understand for current scientists. Some of his inventions were stolen by other scientists of his time, the most famous being Thomas Edison. The FBI is even said to be recording his writings after his death and keeping them secret. Copies of these writings have also disappeared since World War II, and no trace of them has yet been found. Believe it or not, in 1901, Tesla had the idea of collecting information wirelessly, but like many of his other great ideas, the idea never came to fruition in the way he did. Many of Tesla's inventions and experiments monopolized the US government after his death. All of his assets were eventually returned to his family by the real estate office, but some of them are still hidden and sealed. Nikola Tesla's experiments have revolutionized modern life. Fluorescent lighting, X-ray machines, radio, television, cell phones, and etc. are all achievements of this extraterrestrial scientist. The remarks made by the announcer during the 1917 Edison medal to Tesla still apply. It is worth nothing that there is a global industry due to Mr. Tesla's achievements and their use. Industrial cycles, electric cars, and trains will stop moving without these achievements. Our cities were sinking into darkness and factories were useless and dead. Yes, so far it has been their genius that has led to the development and sophistication of the industry. Tesla was a staunch critic of the great physicist Albert Einstein. He has even said somewhere that Einstein theories are nothing more than mathematical representations that confuse, dazzle, and blind people. Einstein always refused to respond to Tesla's scathing remarks and criticism. He had so much respect for this scientist that once he was asked, "How does it feel to be the smartest living person on Earth?" he replied, "I don't know, you have to ask Nicola Tesla." Finally, his comment on the scientific thefts from his inventions by famous scientists is, "It doesn't matter to me that they stole my ideas. What matters to me is that they themselves have no ideas. Let the future reveal the facts and evaluate everyone based on their actions and achievements. The present belongs to them, but the future, which I have really worked for, will be mine." Thus, it must be said with certainty that Nikola Tesla's inventions were ahead of this time, and that it is unlikely that genius would be so useful to humanity again in the future.